Despite great progress for working women, men are still the big wheels in certain job categories.
It's time to put an end to that, say two women Erica met. Cindy Carroll and Catherine Fairbanks believe more women ought to put themselves in the driver's seat.
Okay, so where was that call from?
Inside this humble office in Millbury, Massachusetts, meet a member of the 1%.
In the United States, less than 1% of waste companies are owned and managed by women. So I'm in that 1% category.
Catherine Fairbanks is president and CEO of Dirty Girl Disposal.
The United States Department of Labor reports that out of all the commercial truck drivers in the country, only 5.4% of commercial truck drivers are women. So that's why Dirty Girl was created, to change that statistic.
Launched in 2009, Dirty Girl Disposal drivers travel the state, providing roll-off containers for residences, businesses, and construction sites. The company hauls debris and does clean-out jobs as well. Fairbanks also owns Millbury Rubbish Removal, which services local residents. A registered nurse with a public health degree, Fairbanks received ownership of the family's waste company after her divorce.
In order to keep it operational, I actually had to go out and start driving trucks. And I started driving with my daughter, who was 16 at the time, picking up trash.
Now her daughters are in the business. One man's the office, the other is a driver. Dirty Girl trashes stereotypes, putting them where they belong.
Women need to stand up and understand that they can do this type of work. It's just that they're not taught from an early age that they can. There are also statistics that say that women are better drivers than men. You know, they get in less accidents, they pass their CDL, which is the commercial driver's test, on a first try, whereas men sometimes take 2 or 3 tries.
Fairbanks plans to take her company national.
I have crazy ideas, like we're gonna have a truck line for little girls to play with purple dumpsters that they're gonna roll off the backs of their trucks and put their Barbies in. A lot of the women that my company will appeal to are single moms.
The road to empowerment is often bumpy, so Catherine relies on some stress relief strategies.
Do some yoga, meditate, pray, you know, whatever works for you. It's not easy being a female in a male-dominated industry. It's very difficult, but, you know, there is a place for it.
Debunking stereotypes also comes easily to Cindy Carroll.
I enjoy the fact that every once in a while a salesman or someone will come in, and I've had one recently, and he said, when will your boss be, and I need to speak to him? And I'm able to say, well, you're looking at him.
Carroll owns Pleasant Auto Center in Attleboro. This 15,000-square-foot automotive repair, tire, and wheel center is a community fixture.
It's not that I love cars as much as I love the fact that it is an essential item in every family, for every walk of life, every age.
Carroll ran a service station for well over 2 decades before she outgrew it and opened the auto center in 2009. Sarah Lesser has been a loyal customer for some 30 years.
She and everybody that works for her is absolutely sensational. They care about what they're doing. They take pride in their work, and that's very unusual these days.
What makes good service to me is that we do use the golden rule. I want everyone to be treated the way I would like to be treated if I was in their shoes. A lot of folks don't understand a lot about cars, and we do have to explain things in a way that will make sense to them. And once we do that, they're so grateful.
Her customer base is large since Pleasant Auto Center is independent.
It allows us to service every type of vehicle. Old vehicles, antiques, every manufacturer. We always try to use original equipment parts or better, something that's been improved, but never anything less.
Carroll also makes sure customers aren't bored. The waiting area has free Wi-Fi, coffee and snacks, a little store, and a playroom for the kids.
We called the school. He should be.
Carroll even allows Attleboro school buses to park on the property.
This is my home away from home. I do enjoy being here. There's always something to do. Okay.
And back to Catherine Fairbanks at Dirty Girl Disposal. She says, look, growing the business has been difficult, in part because there are a lot of haulers out there.
Yeah, well, she also says it baffles her brain how a male counterpart can come in and start a similar business to hers and within a short period of time can surpass her business. She says, what about women helping women? She doesn't see it, and she wonders, is it because trash is a man's job?
Maybe we need to rethink that a little
Yeah.
bit. Women helping women. We like that. The boss's approach is soft, yet strong.
We lead with some sensitivity, with confidence, with firmness.